Today we got some OG versus the new kid on the block. You guys out there have been asking for that. Yep, I've seen it down in the comments below. Got my Para Ordnance Warthog Compact 45 ACP right here. This is the OG subcompact double stack 1911. But there is the new kid on the block in the Witness 2311 Brat. And you can see that both of these definitely share some similarities. Today we've got some work to do. We're going to test both of these out a little bit. We're going to get on the bench. We're going to compare some of the features and other things. So yeah, let's get started. Let's not waste any time pulling triggers. Got my targets down there, 25 yards downrange. For everything we're shooting today, going to be using the Blazer 230 grain FMJ. For the accuracy, shooting off the multi-cal steady rest from Ransom there on the Sunway Photo little stubby tripod. And we're going to start out with the OG first here. Let's do this. All right, now we will move on to the Witness 2311 Brat. I think we'll go take a look at those targets. All right, let's go take a look. Okie dokie, let's take a look here. Got a couple of our shoot and see targets up. Man, with the moisture, they don't want to stick very well. But target on the left is the OG Warthog. Target on the right here, the 2311, the Witness 2311. And this little flyer might have been me, might have been the ammo. But even if you take that flyer into consideration here at 25 yards, yeah, not a bad showing for the Witness 2311 and the OG Warthog. You look at overall group size, still hanging with it. Next up, let's do a little velocity testing with the Caldwell Velociradar here. Now, we've done that previously with the Witness 2311 Brat. And I believe the velocities, 45 ACP slow, right? And so, yeah, I believe the velocities came in somewhere in that 800-ish range. Maybe low 800s, high 700s, low 800s. I expect the Warthog to be a little bit lower, and we'll talk about that here in a bit. But here we go. .658 on that. .691. and $699. So, we were right at maybe about 700 on the Brat. Could have been wrong. Maybe that was another handgun in 45 ACP. That was, closer to that, high 700, low 800 range. Probably was. It was probably uh, something with a longer barrel. But that gives us an idea. We're right around that 700 range. The Warthog here, I think it's going to be just a little bit under that. Be surprising to see how much. So let's go. Show $699 on that again. That was interesting. That was actually on the high side. There's 700. Okay. Third round with the Warthog here. Wow, that surprised me. 673. So with the Warthog, um, I thought we would see a difference. I thought it would be less because it is a little bit shorter. So let's move to the bench with both of these. We're going to take a closer look at both and talk about them for a minute. Let's take a look here on the bench at these two handguns, and with the velocity test we did, you can see how the Brat there is just maybe a shave, a hair, a tad a bit longer. And so I thought we would see that reflected in the velocity. Was really surprised that we didn't. Accuracy testing, I mean, they both did, I think, phenomenally well for 25 yards. But when we talk about the Para Warthog here, the OG, literally is the OG compact, subcompact actually. I don't have big hands, and you can see right there. Double stack 1911. Now, the Para Ordnance, this started off, I think, as was it the P10? I want to say it was the P10 model. And they had some issues, Para did back in the day. And so they discontinued it for maybe a couple of years and then brought it back as this one right here. It's what they call the Warthog. Now, I've had this one for a while, have carried this one, and it's served me well. It's done really really well. But you can tell that compared to the Brat over here, it's a little bit basic, right? Unlike the Brat that has ambi, you can see it right there, controls. You don't have ambi controls on the Warthog. You're also talking about the grip, the grippity grip area. If we look right there, a lot shorter. And of course, that lends itself to a capacity issue. So obviously, the Warthog is going to, even though this was the OG as far as capacity goes in 45 ACP, the new Brat is up in the game, right? It's kind of got it beat in that capacity. Barrels, if we turn around the muzzle end, I mean, we've got very similar barrels on these. And as far as trigger pull goes, I would say they're probably par for course there as well. But what is cool about the Para Ordnance Warthog here, I would never discourage anybody from picking one of these up if they found a really good deal out there, because they're a piece of history, at least modern history, right? They have not made these since I believe 2015. You know anything about Para history? Remington bought out Para and then basically just absorbed that name into the company. Never really did a whole lot with it. And then, of course, more recently when Remington went bankrupt, yeah, they're not doing a single thing after that either. But that was, I think, part of the inspiration here when it comes to the Witness 2311 Brat. Now, one of the other cool things that you notice, we have a rail here, whereas on the Para, no rail. This was before the tactical days. And then also, you don't really have the same grip frame module type setup on the Warthog here that you do with the 2311, design. This is a much more modern double stack 1911 design that uses that, grip frame module.